good. This is going to get start whenever you want.
Hello, good morning. I'm Dr. Kazi Rouf from University of Toronto. My paper presentation today is the contextual feminism and women human rights development and poverty reduction in Bangladesh. So I'm presenting this paper to Interdisciplinary Graduate Symposium 2012 Global Education Towards New Frontiers, Friday, May 4, 2012, Concordia University, Montreal, Canada. So my presentation has three parts. Problems of human capability services in Bangladesh, internal factors and external factors responsible for them, and then I'm going to talk about Western feminism versus contextual feminism, which is my idea. You can say this is my theory, and compare and contrast Western feminism versus contextual feminism. And then I'm going to relate this contextual feminism with the Bangladesh women human rights development and with conclusions and suggestions. The problems of human capability services in Bangladesh are education, health, and skills development services are not generated for rural women for centuries in Bangladesh. You know, Bangladesh was ruled by British, before Dutch, before that the Mughal emperors, Portuguese, and before empire. So all the time, last you can say the 1000 century it was ruled by external emperors or hegemonic power. Moneylenders' exploitation is very, very severe in Bangladesh. Some people, rural people, when they are in severe situation, they come to the moneylenders for taking some money for their need fulfilling. But the moneylenders give money to the poor people with certain conditions that either he has to lease or bond the land, or he has to lease or bond his annual labor. Either he himself or his wife or his family members, children and daughters. And you know that lack of access to financial services, especially access to credit, no income generating programs for women developed in that time, in that period. And gender inequality in family space and community space, lack of equality in family and kinship resources. Now started also inequality in wages, also in other time also, previous time also, rural women have less wages than male laborers in the villages. The severe, another now growing that thing, forced marriage, dowry marriages and teen marriages, women trafficking is severe situation now and it is increasing, depend on male partners' income, violence against women for various reasons. Number one, I can say the dowry is responsible for that. So these actually affects women basic human rights in Bangladesh. The consequences are poor women suffer most in poverty, and feminization of poverty is increasing, largely impeded their socio-economic development, depends on others to survive, patriarchal domination through culture, norms, values, customs, traditions, and religion, lack of physical, social, cultural security and diversity, and no social safety net in Bangladesh like here in Canada. And lack of physical mobility, make the women not too much move in the public spaces. as a result, their economic mobility, cultural mobility, and social mobility impeded. And they live in miserable and unhygienic conditions because they are economically very marginalized and vulnerable. So they are suffering from injustice and exploitation, resulting in inequality of women human rights in Bangladesh. I find there are two factors. One is the external factors, another is internal factors. External factors, you see, post-colonization effect. That colonial period, these people, when no education, no health services, no income generating program, no social capital development, no human capital development. So it also carry in post-colonial also these people are unable to develop their own programs. So now recently you see globalization, free market economy, structural adjustment, legal laws and systems, court, justice, police and other judicial agencies are managed and manipulated by man. Religious fundamentalist customs. You know, the Hindu religion, Muslim religion, Christian, all are, in principle, they're good. But the people, those who are interpreting and the customary fundamentalist people, they actually make some customs, and that actually impeded women, various women, for their liberation in the society. And now, although the civil societies are coming out, but they are weak. Lack of good governance is another problem in Bangladesh, and overall, you know, the patriarchy is there, responsible for human rights development. Another one, the internal factors are gender inequality in family values, no decision-making power in the family, subordination of male members of the family, no self-actualization, and Islamic Sharia law, religious family laws, customary heritage laws, say for example, no land property rates, patrimonial custom, and dowry. Another one, the fourth I already mentioned, that these confined women within the house premises discourage them from working outside of the home, discourage their physical mobility outside of home, visit market, public spaces, and other public places, family decision-making practices, usually by the male members, and traditional family values, gender preferences. It is all over the world. In Bangladesh, the same situation. Stereotyping mindset that women are they do not have much more intelligence. They are only for caring children or social reproductive jobs. Resulted them isolated from community networking and no status, no power in the family and in the society. So the Western families they started this women liberation process earlier than Eastern Occidental. I can say that as a movement, but also in Hindu Pakistan, there are some women liberation movements, but they are not in massively as like North America started in 50s and 60s. So, but Western feminism has an excellent, wonderful strategy for women empowerment, about women equality in their family space and public space with males. They are fighting for inequality in wages. They fight against patriarchy, for their equality rights for votes, and for their equality in the workplace. The strategy called consciousness raising feminism strategy, where women sit together and discuss their daily life violence experiences with the group, and gender socially, and this is the gender is socially constructed. Gender discrimination actually undermine, valued, undervalued women than men in the society, and mainly focus on they mainly focus on dismantling patriarchy. So they share the sufferings of stories in groups regarding unequal status, voice and choice in the society compared to males. So they share their suffering from male torturing, vetting, sexual abuse, and male subordination. So now I am coming to Bangladesh feminism perspective. In Bangladesh, 75% rural women human rights sufferings are about fulfilling their survival needs and dowry. Survival needs are fulfilling their basic food, clothing, shelter, health, education, these basic needs, and safety too. So it needs to focus on messy human rights, adult extension education, and also at the same time also poverty reduction program. So now I'm talking the concept contextual feminism. The contextual feminism is about women empowerment strategy in for a specific problem in a specific space in certain time with perspective, with some perspective and context. So it should not be universal. Even in Bangladesh, the women liberation, women freedom, women human rights development should not be uniform to the southern part of Bangladesh, the northern part of Bangladesh, eastern part of Bangladesh, western part of Bangladesh, and central part of Bangladesh, because these different parts of Bangladesh have different types of socio-economic background. Women have different types of sufferings. So therefore, this northern Bangladesh women feminism is about, most importantly, should focus on their employment, self-employment, their family development, their the focus on much more health issues and the child nutrition. Whereas in the eastern part of Bangladesh, should focus on women education, women health program, child program, those things. Because here people are little bit more advantageous situation than the northern part of Bangladesh. So that's why I say that, so the women feminism should be contextual. What's the context, what's the background of these people's sufferings? What kind of suffering they suffer? So those are the things that are very important. So that's why I say that women feminism, Western feminism, they talks about consistent raising strategy, but and their studies storytelling and white middle and upper class Western women and women individual development and dismantling patriarchy. This is their issue. But if the contextual feminism, what I just say that it is not about consciousness raising, it is about a local dialogue process. And it should not be like massively with a regional basis or something national basis. It is group-based, meaning cooperatives. We can say that neighborhoods, group-based discussion, dialogue process, and also it is target marginalized women. Because in Bangladesh, you see 5% rich women, literate women, they are actually same like Western North American women. They have their voice choice, they have developed their own voice choice in the society. But these marginal people, nothing have. So therefore, I'm saying that the Bangladesh this contextual feminism targeted margins. So target women should be there, focus women should be there, and this contextual feminism is also family focused development. It is not only that man and women separate. In North America, feminism says that women they themselves sit together and discuss their own problem. But in contextual feminism, I would like to say that it should be total family focused development. So, in Bangladesh, contextual feminism, I can give one example that Grameen Bank collateral-free group paid microcredit scheme has developed for disadvantaged women, where these disadvantaged women sit together weekly basis in their premises weekly basis, and they discuss their problems, share their business ideas, their different issues, child education, child nutrition, child health, their own health, and local routes, pavements, development. Those are the things they discuss. Moreover, Grameen Bank microcredit system also built in Grameen Bank 16 decisions. Grameen Bank that 16 decisions contains socio-economic and environmental messages, and here these neighborhood mini cooperatives creates opportunities for these women to earn themselves, educate themselves, and overcome poverty. At the same time, it also makes a platform for these neighborhood women to discuss the socio-economic information, exchange their problems and ideas. And here, husband, wife, brother, sister, mother, father, son, daughter, all together, family members sit together, involved in income generating activities, and discuss family issues, if anything there. And from there, they try to solve the problem. So, and also, it acts for fulfilling their family members' basic needs and for their socio-economic and cultural liberation. As a result, these women, with economic actor, they become the family actor, social actor, and community actor in the family and in the community. So in conclusion, I can say that women liberation strategy should not be uniform for all women all over across the world. Western feminism and Bangladesh women human rights development strategies are different. It needs to be contextual, time and space, place, geography specific, and act on community perspective. So I have some suggestions in the context of Bangladesh, that in Bangladesh thousands of microfinance institutions are working for women. I provide microcredit to them, and the lot of women, they become able to participate in their income generating activities. And a lot of NGOs also working, but I think one thing is missing, that these microfinance organizations would include women gender development agenda in their program, so that the field employees can discuss with their borrowers, with their clients, about different women issues development, women issues problem, and then link them with different community development agencies, women advocacy programs in Bangladesh. Second session, I would like to say that there would be women task force committee at the national, or not only at the national level, but also district and sub-district level. And link this task force committee with the Department of Women Affairs. Pali Karma Sahib Foundation is one organization which Apex Macrocredit Apex organization, so they can include it, so that in their training component they can also include gender development agenda. And also Credit Development Forum, another Apex organization, and this task force program should be also linked with different other socio-economic organizations. Say for in Bangladesh, a lot of adult education organizations, basic literacy education, child education, nutrition education, health education, health program. So with this program, education program, health program, nutrition program, community forestation program, microgrid program. So this women gender development agenda can be included, and the training component will be included. Another important component I would like to add, that the direct legal action violence against rural women in Bangladesh. So, and law enforcement at the village level, as well as post follow-up of the consequences of the legal actions. And lastly, I would like to say that in Western, North American Western world, there are many victim centers developed in different towns and different towns. So in Bangladesh, just in major cities, they also open some victim centers, but they are not enough. And also in the district level, sub-district level, at the union level, the local council level, I would like to suggest, recommend that set up victim center at the district, sub-district level across Bangladesh. So where these people, when they are severe crisis situation, they can go there and just take shelter, and then from there they can develop the next strategy. So this is my contextual feminism and women human rights development in Bangladesh. So if there is a question, feel free to ask me, and thank you for listening my this topic. Bye. Hello, my name is Kazi Rouf. My topic name is Bangladeshi Canadian Women Familial and Familial Decision-Making Practices in Toronto. I am presenting this paper to 6th Critical Multicultural Counseling and Psychotherapy Conference, June 6 to 8, 2011, Ontario Institute for Studies in Education, University of Toronto. My paper, this is one of the study I make it in the Eastern eastern side of Toronto City called Scarborough, that area where Bangladeshi communities are living there. So my objectives of the study was to explore how Bangladeshi Canadian women make day-to-day family decisions and to look at the status of women in their familial decision-making practices, to examine the barriers they face to making decisions in their families, to make connections with freedom, decision-making of choice, voice, freedom, happiness, and mental satisfaction, and to explore their self-confidence. So, survey administration, I conducted a face-to-face survey interview with Bangladeshi Canadian women in Scarborough, in Toronto, in February and March 2011. I developed a questionnaire and 60 women were interviewed, and it was face-to-face interview. I collected myself involved with the interview, and after collecting the data, I myself ordered them, processed them, and write a report. So in my study, I find that 90% women have college and university degree in Canada. Bangladesh Canadian women, 90% women have college and university degree. 87% of women are married and live with their husbands. And I find that only 14% women are unmarried. In terms of decision making in day-to-day expenses and control of income, I find that 2/3 of women reported all family members made decisions regarding day-to-day expenses. All family members together, they make the decision in the family. 47% of women reported all family members made decisions about income. So, if I go in further deep statistics, I will find that 23% women say they themselves take the decision, husband, son, and parents. Only 6.7%, and all family members together take the decision, it is 67%. In terms of income, they say the 17% women, they themselves take the decision. Husband, sons, and parents, 33%. Husbands and children consult with me, 3%. But all family members together take the decision regarding income, it is 47%. So, another question I asked, importance of women's opinion in decision-making processes in terms of buying electronics, furniture, child education, family expenses day to day. In that respect, the study finds that most women responded their opinions in buying things were very important in decision-making processes. For example, 70% felt their opinions were very important in buying clothing. 60% felt their opinions were considered very important in buying furniture. However, 30% reported their opinion about saving was very important. regarding barriers and support in decision-making process, women reported that ethnic family values consider the highest 40% barrier in their decision-making processes. 47% of women felt they need support from their family members to take the decision in the family. If we go further deep about decision regarding day-to-day expenses and income barriers, male dominance 20%, religious rituals 13%, ethnic family values 40%. I myself about making family decision 3%, and others 20%. Others means sometimes their family values doesn't like them, sometimes their husband don't encourage them, children sometimes don't like to talk, their mothers themselves try to take the decision. So these are different. And regarding the support, what kind of support they need to overcome these barriers to make decision-making practices in the family, you see, support, they say that appreciation from husbands and the family member, 37%. 37% women reported they need appreciation from their husbands and other family members. And 10% say they accept mistakes. 47% said cooperation and participate in discussions, and 7% mentioned others. So in conclusion, I can say that women get more freedom in Toronto multicultural society, which is totally different from Bangladesh. Saving is still some extent a barrier to women empowerment, because you see only 17% women reported that income is managed by themselves. Whereas if I see the expenses, 23% women say that they manage the income and the expenses of the family. So here is the disparity, the decision making in expenses and income. Majority of women live in substandard life and economic insolvency in Toronto, and do not have a budget for traveling and entertainment like sports, concerts, festivals, and suffering from isolation because they're all the time busy to work survival job. And all the time they go for work and come back, do the house chores and look after the children. So they are suffering from isolation and exclusion, invisible and inferior, and as a result their mental stress, mental depression. As they have living in substandard life, so they have poverty situation, so that also may suffer them from some type of mental depression, always in tension. So this stress management counseling services should be included in settlement services agencies. In Canada, in Toronto, we have many settlement counseling services are there, but this mental stress management, trauma management counseling are very rare. So I would urge I recommend that community agencies, employment council agencies should include settlement counseling stress management counseling services in their settlement services agencies. So thank you. This is my presentation. So if any problem, so please feel free to ask me question. Thank you, bye.